Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 6 of the Mythological Africans Deep Dive series. Now, you may have noticed that I did not put up a poll on the Twitter page to determine what the topic for this episode would be, and that is because I have something a little different planned for this episode. What I intend to do is read a poem or a prayer from the Nyaturu people who are found in Tanzania. And this is something that I've talked about before on the Twitter page, and it's called To Praise the Sun or Ukuta Yuva. And it is a poem which brings together many elements of what the Nyaturu people believe about the supreme being, about life. And it's this poem is traditionally performed as a recitation between two elders who sit facing each other in a hut, and one of them recites the poems while the other person every now and then interjects with yes and other expressions of confirmation and agreement with what the person reciting is saying. And what the poem does, or what the prayer does, is that it pays homage to the supreme being as embodied by the sun, which is called Yuva, the moon, which is called Mweri, and the stars, specifically the Pleiades, and I hope I'm saying that right, the Pleiades, which is called Kirimia. And the prayer tells of the sun's journey from east to west and the blessings that it bestows on the people as it makes this journey from east to west. And then the moon is addressed, and it is addressed as the creative principle, the creative element in life, which, maintains balance in the world. And then the stars, the Pleiades, in particular, because they show up on the southern horizon at the start of the rainy season, they are addressed as the entity that pours holy water on the work that was begun by the sun and the moon. And this poem was collected by a researcher known as Franz Gehringer, and it is in a paper that I will share. I'll share a link to the paper and a reference to the paper so you can look it up yourself. It's a beautiful poem. The analysis talks a little bit more about the cultural context of this poem, and it also gives a translation of the poem in Kiswahili, which is the language in which Franz Gehringer collected it in. So without much further ado, here you go with Ukuta Yuva, To Praise the Sun, from the Nyaturu people. Sun, you have risen. You are preceded by the cock and the honey bird who announce your praises, also by the eland which eats the wild fruits of the mutumba tree and shows that every creature will get food. Sun and God, when you awake, put your hands into water so that all people and even the beasts of the bush will wake up safely. Now is morning. Shine brightly like white butter when you throw your light at the root of the tree and at the mountain. Stretch out your four staffs. Look after all the four regions, east and north, south and west. Get hold of the staff in the middle and go with it to the west. Cut a tree that has four branches. Sweep before you all evil and carry it westward. Take away sickness and ill health. Put them into a calabash adorned with burned-in designs. Take great care that you do not leave behind any illness on your way. When you arrive at your halfway house, have a rest there. Do not enter with that calabash of illnesses. Leave it outside. Hang it on the beam of the house. Take your water pipe and smoke while you rest. May they give you honey beer, and, if you see these things are slow in coming, smoke, exchange greetings with your people, and bestow on them your divine blessings. Stretch out your four staffs, south, north, east, and west. Stay with the one that points westward and continue your journey. Please take that calabash where you have put all the illnesses. Don't scatter them on the way. Proceed carefully to the west until you come to a huge rock with a deep hole. There, throw them down. Take cow dung and wax. Close the hole on top, that the evil things do not come out. Man does not lay his hands on them, and nothing will be able to unearth them. If you do this, it is good. This is my request to you. When you arrive at your western house, may you be given millet porridge and milk from a young white cow, And butter, this is my request. Greet kindly your children. May you be given a stool to rest. Sleep there and wake up before dawn. Slaughter a black ram, slaughter a black ox. Kill them together with an elephant that has not yet grown his tusk. May you be given the entrails of a hornless steer. Mix them with elephant dung. Dig for the medicinal roots of the mfioro tree. Make yourself a wooden plate from the liver sausage tree and mix everything on this plate with white liquid butter. When you return to the east, sprinkle this mixture all over the earth, blessing east, west, south, and north. Thank you. You have done well. Sprinkle it over the graves of our fathers and all our ancestors, and over the homesteads of all people. Throw it into the well and into the big lake, where all people draw water and the cattle drink. Son, this is my request to you. Splash the medicine with the cow's tail over all the houses of the rich and the poor. Let them all have a share, so that they do not quarrel. Splash downward, splash upward, and say, My God, may all illnesses that are here come to an end. Take away sickness from children and from grown-ups. May the strangers that come from afar not get sick, nor the cattle, when they go to the water. May they not get sick. Moon and God, I salute you. You, moon, are the creator. Create two kinds, do not create three. Create male and female for every creature. Create two, a boy and a girl, a steer and a cow, a billy goat and a she-goat, a ram and a sheep, a female and a male donkey. Also, with regards to the beasts of the bush, like elephants, buffaloes, and giraffes, create them male and female. Of small chicks, there are boundless numbers, but you will always find them to be of two kinds, male and female. All animals and all insects may they bring forth two kinds. Create the wild buffalo with the fine horns, so that when people blow these horns at the occasion of the male and the female initiation ceremonies, they may hear fine music. Create birds, fishes, elephants with precious white tusks. Do not forget the wild beasts of the bush. Create fierce ones and harmless ones. Create the lion of the bush and the zebra. Cat, keep to the house. Watch out for the rats, that they do not eat from the household utensils. May a male ass be born with a broad back, so that the loads may not fall down on the journey, but arrive safely. May there also be a government car to bring people in time to the end of their journeys. May the honeybee go to the tree that holds the beehives and deposit there light-colored honey, so that when our daughter is taken away by her husband, we can go to greet him with a calabash that contains a present. Give us goat milk and sheep milk. Give us milk from the donkey. May there be many a fowl with long feathers. Create the beautifully shaped and colored eland antelope. May it browse on the mutumba tree, but leave some food for other animals also. May everywhere a Nyaturu medicine man be born, so that the sick receive medicine and recover. May there be all sorts of other medicine men too, to divine all things and to bring rain. May a Nyaturu medicine man be born, a Rangi medicine man, one of the Wagongo. And finally, may a European doctor be born, so that all people have their medicine man to heal them, and they don't start to quarrel. May there be a doctor, and may there be a nurse. Let them dispense their medicine with gentleness, and may God help them to be merciful with the sick. May God bless their hands, that they don't fail to treat them, but heal successfully. May there be healers, both women and men, to look after us. May one child be born to become a medicine man with a long nose to sniff the evils of witchcraft, which may have been hidden underground in our huts. May he put this witch to shame. May there be born both a male and a female circumciser, so that these secrets of men and women do not get mixed up. May there be a potter with dexterous fingers. Create a blacksmith with strong arms. People like these we need. May there be some who know how to make grinding stones. May a Nyaturu blacksmith be born to forge an axe with sturdy hands. And as we are living nowadays with people of various kinds, we want a foreign blacksmith to be born, who has great strength, who repairs cars, plowshares, and airplanes. May all the people be born. May a potter be born who makes light pots that do not break when a woman goes on a journey to draw water, nor should the water spill while she is on her way. May the smith forge an axe to clear the bush, and a bell to attach to a child's leg, and also a bell for the cattle, and a bell for the goat too. May he then make a branding iron and bracelets. May he then make rings for women's legs. May another bell be made for the night watchman. May this watchman stand on the termite hill and look to the east, the west, the south, the north, and whenever danger arises, let him warn us. May the old woman sit in the front room of the house, sewing her clothes and minding the small children that they don't get burnt in the fire. May she place there 3 hearthstones to prevent small children from falling into the fire. When the little one lies on his sleeping mat, may he cry out that people hear and rescue him. When his mother returns from the bush and finds the child crying, may she console it, saying, "Hush, my child, spit into my hands, and I shall beat he who hurt you." You, father, go to the grazing grounds in the valley. Go and sit near the well of water. Staff in hand, whistle slowly that the cattle rejoice in the music when it comes to drink. May the herdsman return with his calabash intact. Let there be a goat among the herd that was born on the pasture and is carried by the herdsman in his hands. Let there also be a heifer born in the pasture carried by the herdsman, who comes and lets it down carefully in the cattle kraal. When people come to see it, may they say, "Thank you, our child. Thank you, who has brought us guests." May the mother's brother, who is a brave herdsman, not be threatened by wild beasts like the lion, the snake, or the leopard. May he bring the cattle to a pond of water that does not dry up. May the cattle drink their water on the eastern shore of the pond. And you, grandfather, watch over the young herdsmen, that they do not hurt each other with their fighting sticks. During daytime, let all the dangerous things be far away, so that people can walk in safety, while the wild beasts, like the lion and the snake, are resting. May they be far from people who go to collect firewood, draw water, or go on some journey. May people go in peace and return in peace. You, wild beasts, hide in the deep bush and by the rivers there. If you disobey man, you shall be killed. You too, dung beetle, hide yourself in the thickest, because when you breathe on the grazing cows, your stomach will expand and they will die. And you, chameleon, climb on the thorn trees, because you also have bad breath. You breathe on things and they die. May you creep around at night, because then we sleep. All of you, dung beetle, chameleon, and snake, let us not meet each other. My pastures and yours, be they far from one another, because you are very disagreeable. God gives us your grazing grounds, and to you yours, as we entertain no friendship for you, since you are so disagreeable. I am giving you an order. Kirimia and God, go and get pregnant. Give us water of grace. Cleanse all seeds that grow good or bad fruit, so that I, the creature, choose a good seed that brings forth good fruit. Bring much rain that will suffice the entire earth. Bring gentle rain to water the whole land, that is the land of the Nyaturu. Don't forget even one area. Bring us cool water that people may get enough food, so that we don't fight over ugali. Kirimia and God, please hear this, because if you do not listen to us when we beg, there will be pangs of hunger every year. May there be much rain. May the young cows rejoice in the light drizzle of the rain. When the rain stops, may the sun shine. May its rays brighten the south, the north, the east, and the west with their light, that is not fierce. Shine on the flowers of millet, maize, and on the pumpkins. Kirimia and God, bring us all your seeds. We ourselves shall choose between them. Bitter seeds will find who eats them, and good seeds will find who eats them. May we see the flowers of the mugworo tree and of the mudahasi tree. Let us have a good harvest of millet and pumpkins, which have ripened well. May there also be cucumbers. Those will be eaten by the children. May everything come to fruition, things bitter and sweet. If we cannot eat what is bitter, we shall put it aside, because even tobacco which is bitter is asked for by the stranger, and he receives it. Kirimia, you are like millet that has been heaped together. You are also like small pumpkins, and all these things are our food. Go and get the heifer. Let him suck and drink milk. May he drink enough and grow fat and be of good health. I am coming to the end now. All of you, sun and our Creator God, the moon and Kirimia, listen to my prayer. I am not very clever in asking you for a favor, but I beg of you that you listen to my plea. Thank you very much.